Alright guys, name something August Alsina is very well known for other than his music. Holy moly. August had a difficult childhood. His dad was an addict, so his mom decided it was time to move away from him. She packed up August and his siblings and their belongings and moved them to Houston, but they would frequently travel back and forth between Louisiana and Texas. He said his dad and stepdad were both addicted to crack. Although he found solace at church, his home life was unstable. He said one day there would be lights, a TV on the wall, and furniture in the living room. The next day, everything would be gone. August said his childhood was far from a fairy tale. After watching the 1993 film Sister Act and seeing Lauryn Hill singing His Eyes on the Sparrow, August knew he had found his calling. However, he wasn't even really sure if he could actually sing. He told his mom about his dream of becoming an artist, but she told him he was out of his mind. However, after he grabbed one of her hymn books and sang for her, she decided to support him 100%. He started singing all of the time and really gravitated towards artists like Birdman, Lil Wayne, and Juvenile before he could really perfect his singing. Tragedy struck on December 15, 2005, when his dad passed away. It will be the first of many losses. August created his first YouTube channel and began posting videos of himself singing after his mom bought him a webcam. At the age of 14, eventually he built up a fan base and was getting hundreds of thousands of views. Unfortunately, his online fame didn't match his reality since his family was still struggling financially. At the age of 16, his mom kicked him out of the house, but by that point, he was tired of dealing with the issues at home anyway. He figured it couldn't get any worse, so he decided to do his own thing. He stayed with a friend for a while, but with the lack of stability, it made it difficult for him to continue to attend class. So eventually, he dropped out completely. He got involved in the street life, started selling drugs, and moved back to New Orleans. His oldest brother, Melvin LaBranch, lived there as well. August told Complex the city was known for having a fast lifestyle, with kids getting involved with selling substances at a very early age. His brother Melvin would tell him, "Man, we from New Orleans. We don't make it past the age of 24. Unfortunately, that would be the case for Melvin, who lost his life at the age of 24 due to gun violence just a block from his home. He left behind 3 children and his girlfriend, Cassandra. August said that losing his brother was a wake-up call for him. He decided to leave the streets behind and pursue music. August moved to Atlanta in 2010 and stayed with a friend for a few months before he was able to convince his manager he was worth the investment in studio time. He began working on his first mixtape and had dreams of signing with Cash Money Records. Luckily, his manager had a good relationship with Birdman and played him some of August's music. In 2012, he released his first mixtape called The Product. August said he met with Birdman and his partner Slim about 3 or 4 times. They were interested in signing him, but August said they took too long and he was anxious to get started. Def Jam was interested in him as well, and when the label's head of A&R told August she had been watching him on YouTube ever since he was 14, he decided to sign with them in 2011. Then he dropped the song I Love This featuring Trinidad James in 2013. The public loved the single. In 2012, he released his first mixtape called The Product, which he described to Complex as him just jacking other people's beats and adding his own lyrics. He released his follow-up mixtape, The Product, in May of 2013, followed by the EP just 3 months later. August finally got a chance to work with Birdman. Lovers couldn't wait for his next project, which turned out to be his 2014 first studio album entitled Testimony. The album got mostly favorable reviews from critics and debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. After touring with 2 Chainz, August announced he would be headlining his own concerts and headed out on the Testimony Live tour in the summer of 2014. According to E! News, during a stop in New York, he went limp and collapsed, falling off the stage and into the crowd. Days later, his management team reached out to XXL and revealed that August was recovering in the ICU and being treated for seizures. They further explained that doctors believed that exhaustion and dehydration were the cause. Things appeared to get worse when it was reported that August had been in a coma for 3 days. He later told The Breakfast Club his health issues stemmed from him putting other people before himself. He ended up having more than 10 seizures, even though he had no history of them before. In May 2015, he announced he was suffering from serious eye issues. In an Instagram post, he shared that he was blind in his left eye and losing vision in his right eye, and was forced to undergo surgery to prevent his eyesight from deteriorating completely. While comatose, the artist said he saw a vision of his late brother, and that's when he knew he would be okay. His issues didn't stop there, though. Things seemed to be going well for August, but that would soon change. As if his health issues weren't enough, he was also dealing with some serious family drama as well. In November 2015, he appeared on The Breakfast Club to promote his new album. Some of the songs on the album were about his family problems, his mental health issues, and thoughts of taking his own life. During his radio interview, he gave some insight on his relationship with his mom, adding that sometimes they wouldn't speak for years. After his mom heard the comments, she wrote on social media that she was saddened by the lies he told in an effort to strum her publicity for his album. She also added that August hadn't called her on Mother's Day, her birthday, or after he was released from the hospital. August continued the family feud by posting text messages from a family member who accused him of letting fame and money get to his head. The family member also accused August of being responsible for his brother Melvin losing his life. In December of 2015, with features by Lil Wayne and Chris Brown, the album peaked at #14 on the Billboard 200, and Rolling Stone named it one of the top R&B albums of the year. It seemed like things were back on track, but as usual, his life took another turn. In May of 2017, he spoke in depth with his friend Jada Pinkett Smith. He stated that he was sicker than ever, battling liver disease, and that his autoimmune system was fighting against itself. When he gave his fans another update on his health, things seemed to get worse in July 2017. August said he woke up one morning and couldn't feel his legs. He lost his ability to walk and had to be admitted into the hospital. His doctor told him he had nerve damage, and due to his condition, he had to cancel his appearance. At that year's Essence Festival, despite his condition, he still had music to share with the world. His third studio album was recorded and ready to go, but the album would not be released until June 26, 2020. It was reported that August received his GED. Unfortunately, August's deceased brother's girlfriend Cassandra passed away from cancer. In 2019, August announced to his fans that doctors put him on immunotherapy to help him get healthier and stronger. August announced via Instagram that he would be raising their 3 daughters as his own. According to TMZ's law enforcement sources, the Testimony crooner was shopping at a San Fernando Food for Less on June 7th when 4 fans approached him for photos. Despite Alisina telling them that he did not feel well and turning down the picture, they refused to leave him alone. The employee called the police after witnessing the encounter. They continued to pursue him as he left the store. When Alisina got to his car, he grabbed a gun and positioned it in his waistband, flashing the butt of the gun at the fans as he neared closer. Law enforcement stated he did not threaten the group or point the gun at them, but still documented the brandishing a firearm report from the fans. Alisina had left before authorities arrived, but not that it made much of a difference. TMZ reports that officers said that it's their word against Alisina's, so there likely will be no legal repercussions. The rumors seem to have started on June 25, 2017, when August and Jada attended the BET Awards together. Let's take a look at the timeline and see how things played out. July 11th, 2018, Jada introduces August as a, quote, dear family friend, and he discusses alcohol, drug addiction, and sex at the Red Table. April 10th, 2019. August drops a music video for the remix Kalani's Nanya. His emoji is texting someone named Corinne, which is Jada Pinkett Smith's middle name, and he also uses a gif of Jada right after the lyric, "You got me feeling like it was an act, you're just an actress, putting on a show because you don't want the world to know that you lost a man who loved you all along. Baby, couldn't we just let this go?" All the while, August still denying it was about Jada. June 30th, 2020. During an interview with the Breakfast Club's Angela Yee while promoting his album The Product 3, State of Emergency, August claims that he, quote, gave his life to a relationship with Jada with Will's blessing. Later that day, Jada's reps claim, quote, that's absolutely not true. July 2nd, 2020. Jada announces via Twitter that she's bringing herself to the Red Table. July 10th, 2020. Red Table Talk. Jada confirms relationship with August, but denies Will gave her permission and claims that they were separated at the time. And then came that word, entanglement. I guess it was easier for her to say that instead of, I cheated on my husband, or I had an affair, or I had sex with another man. So I guess that's what she came up with. So I realized they were supposedly separated, okay? But you were still married. So he was sick, he came to you for help, and you ended up in a sexual relationship with him. How? I don't know, y'all. Let me know what you think of this whole entanglement situation. Because I don't think she owned much of anything at the Red Table. I think she just spent a lot of time minimizing the whole thing. But let me know what you guys think. I feel sorry for Will because to me it seemed like he was looking for answers that he never got. But then at the Red Table he was referring to him as Og, a little nickname, as if they're buddies and pals and they still hang out, even though he did sleep with his wife, so I don't know. Now, when you can leave a confident man like Will Smith, or seemingly confident man, stammering and stuttering and talking about girth.
That I didn't have the girth. That I didn't have the girth. That I didn't have the girth.
Now that was an interesting choice of words. Now maybe it was a Freudian slip. But surely size would be on any man's mind, whether consciously or subconsciously, after his wife sleeps with a man with a package that size. Well, August Alisina, I think they would agree that you definitely left an impact in more ways than one. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, guys. See you soon in the next video. Bye.